Well, a good day to you all, and you join me at a holiday inn in North London. Well, the exact location is the Elstree Holiday Inn off the M25 and it's junction 23. Now this is just off the Barnet bypass, obviously, which is just north of London. Now the reason why I'm here is not because I'm on holiday, it's because I've been a naughty boy. I've just completed a National Motorway Awareness course. This is the course book here, and it actually was a really good course. Anyway, let me just get in my car. It's a lot quieter. I can actually chat to you a lot better. It was nice and quiet, as you can see. I mean, as you can hear, not as you can see. Anyway, I made a few notes, as I usually do on my videos. So if I'm not looking at the camera, it's because obviously there's quite a few notes I've made here. Anyway, the reason why I'm here, as you know, is because I was actually caught speeding. That's right. The National Motor Awareness course, I didn't know anything about whatsoever. So basically, on returning to London from Yorkshire, I was driving on the motorway at 70 miles per hour, which is obviously, as you know, the national speed limit. In fact, in my car, my cruise control was set at 72 miles per hour. That's right. The reason I have it at 72 is because that way, I thought if you go 10% over the speed limit, in other words, 10% of 70 mile an hour is 77. This is obviously in the UK. Probably it's different around the world. Let me know what your speed limits are on the motorway around the world. It would be very nice to hear. Just put something in the comments section at the bottom. But anyway, I made quite a few notes here. And here we go. After an hour of driving on the M1 motorway. Now, usually when I go to Yorkshire, I go on the A1, mainly because it's just more of an interesting drive. It's more involving. And there's only 2 lanes. I think there's 2 lanes, 3 lanes. There's no lights on the motorway. It gets you more focused as a driver. So I love driving on the A1, which isn't a motorway. You know, I kind of call it a motorway, but you know, it's the A1. Whereas the M1 it seems very hypnotizing. It can just kind of, I don't know, it hypnotizes you because it's just, there's a lot of it's the same, basically. 3 lanes, going to go into 4 lanes, I don't know. 3 lanes, there's always lights. Usually, you know, it just seems quite a boring drive, and it takes longer. It can take me an extra 10 or 20 minutes on the M1 to get back to London from Yorkshire, or even going up from London up to Yorkshire. Anyway, after an hour driving on the motorway, I noticed there were these red cameras on top of these poles that are basically high up in the sky, and I've never seen these cameras before. They're like red owl eyes. If you can imagine 2 red owl eyes, that's what it's like. It was like I could see some in the distance, and I thought, what is that? And obviously I'm driving at night in the early hours of the morning. Usually there's less traffic. I like to drive at night because there's just less traffic, you know, and it's quicker, you know what I mean? But anyway, these owl eyes that I've called them, as you approach them, they seem to disappear, because obviously they must be high up and they must be pointed towards you. So as you're going up, they must, you know, maybe is it red laser eyes? I don't know. But anyway, I haven't seen these kinds of cameras before. I heard about them. They were new on, I think the M1 is it this year, 2018. If you just Google it, new smart intelligent cameras, it will come up, you know. Anyway, not long after I saw an overhead gantry sign. That's right, I saw these red cameras. After 5 or 10 minutes, I noticed 60 mile an hour came up. 60, 60, 60, 60, all the way across its head. And I don't know, the old me just thought, well, when I've been on the A1, they have these variable speed cameras. They give you a few hundred meters to slow down. And then, you know, I've never been done on there. It's like 40 mile an hour there, 50. You know, I've never been done. So I thought it was like 10% and over and you might get a ticket. Anyway, I thought I'm going to have to slow down soon. But anyway, what happened? As soon as I passed the 60 sign, flash, there was like 3 or 4 flashes going off. It was like being a celebrity on Leicester Square premiere. Like a movie premiere, you know, all these flashes going off. Oh, what's going on? It's 3 in the morning. And I knew it was me. There was not many cars around me. There was a truck behind, a car in front. I knew it was me. I knew I was doing 72. I knew, and I was done at 72. If I can show you here. This is from the South Yorkshire Police. I got a letter, and there's some course locations there. I'll go into that in detail a bit in a bit. Anyway, so yeah, the cameras on the A1 are different from the M1. I think, well, there's a lot of these new smart variable speed cameras. Maybe there's different kinds of variable speed cameras. But these ones on the M1 I've not seen. In other words, this is what happens. If it's 70 mile an hour on a motorway and it goes to 60 or 50 or 40, you've got to do exactly what it says, otherwise you're going to get a ticket. Seriously. Anyway, I've noticed like the people here on the course vary. Actually, this course that I've just done, there was actually more men than women. Is it because men are like, you know, we're all this kind of, you know, I'm a man, you know, maybe men speed more than women, you know, is it more of a male thing? Speed, power, you know, I'm a man. You know what I mean? I don't know. Is that, you know, is it the typical male stereotype? We just drive faster, you know, than women. I don't know. Please let me know in the section, in the comments. But anyway, I know it's just more men than women. Anyway, one person travelled 3.5 hours to get here. Can you believe it? I don't know why this lady, I think she was a pensioner, don't know why she couldn't go somewhere. It's taken me less than an hour to get here. So there's, just to let you know, there's about, just to let you know here, there's about 42 different course locations here. 42 different locations for this one course. There's 4 different courses, if you can see there. Some, they're not available. There's 42 courses available. Sorry, 42 areas available to do the course throughout the United Kingdom. It says here, I think Northern Ireland, I think there must be something in Scotland, Wales as well. But yeah, anyway, there's 4 different courses. There's the Speed Awareness course, National Motorway Awareness course, What's Driving Use course, and the Driving for Change course. So you can just see it there. That's what they are. You can maybe pause the video and you can see the information here, all the different courses. Now this is obviously if you've been a naughty person like me, speeding. Anyway, let's get on with what I have to say. So yeah, make sure that you, if you do get caught, and you know, to make sure you pick a location close to where you live, you know. Anyway, yeah, check your course suppliers. There are around 42 locations around the UK, so there would be a course not far from you. The cost is around £89. I paid £89. I think we all have to pay that, £89, £90. And if you drive, yeah, if you come late, they'll basically send you home. Honestly, that's right. Somebody came in late, like 20 minutes late, and then someone came in 40 minutes late. They sent them home. I don't know how far they've been away. They might have been, who knows, a couple of hours to get here. That must be frustrating. You come here and you're sent home. I mean, but that's the way it is, isn't it? That's the way it is. You know, if you come to school late, you're gonna, you know, get, is it a detention? That's what I used to get. But anyway, they'll send you home. 2 people came late here, blah, blah, blah. This video is becoming quite long already, isn't it? I thought I'd be done in 5 minutes. Anyway, other people on the National Motorway Awareness course were from all backgrounds and cultures. Truck drivers, pensioners, new drivers on the road that have black boxes to give them the cheaper car insurance, as you know. I know that, let me see, there was a guy here, he lived in America for 20 years as well. He said there was no problem there. He never got any of these tickets like over here, and he said he's had a few since being here in just a short space of time. So this smart intelligent camera is only in the UK. It might be, if it's anywhere around the world, please let me know if these new smart intelligent cameras are in your country right now. I'd like to know. Just also let you know, you have to pay, no, sorry, make sure when you come into a car park that you have to register at reception as well, because you can get a £100 ticket, as it says right there. So you enter your full registration number in at reception and you won't get a £100 ticket. It's amazing. All these cameras everywhere and you're getting tickets. You know, it's unbelievable the way what's going on in society these days. Anyway, back on with the course, the trainers were very good. I really thought it was a great course. Anyway, it says here, after the course, what happens next? Now that you have successfully completed this course, your course provider will contact the police and no further action will be taken against you for your offence, so I won't get 3 points on my licence. Please remember that you will not be allowed to take another National Motorway Awareness course within the next 3 years. So that's 3 years from the actual ticket what I got. So basically, from the date of the offence, you've got exactly 3 years, and then after that, if you commit another offence, you might be allowed to be on another motorway or just a speed awareness course. But the trainers at Elstree were amazing. They were really good. Anyway, the course trainers were fantastic. They were really good. Big thank you to Claire and Peter. They did a very good job. And I've really taken a lot from this. So the Indoors National Motor Awareness course, it's got my backing. It's really a good course. The things that you actually do, these different activities, there's like the consequences of ignoring your, the speed restrictions, you know, consequences of driving in closed lanes, things like that, you know. There's so much I'm not going to cover. I can't cover everything, you know. It's good that you make a few notes while you're here, like I've done. I was making all kinds of notes and stuff. Things like collisions, you know, what are the consequences of collisions, you know. You know, people lose time, lose money, everything. It affects, you know, a lot of people when you have collisions. What stops you from obeying the signs on motorways? Because people are just rushing around. They just think, it's all right, it looks safe ahead, I'm all right. When you don't know what's up ahead of you, you don't know what is ahead of you on the motorway. So this is just for motorway, by the way. This is nothing to do with normal roads. We're just covering motorways here. So there's a different course probably for the normal roads, which is probably the speed awareness course. This is the motorway awareness course that I'm doing. Some more activities are, what are you going to do differently? So it's obviously what you're going to take from the course. Well, I would say planning. You know, you got to plan ahead. Give yourself more time. I know I can rush around. It's not good. You got to give yourself more time. I made sure this morning I got here early. Example, it was 8 o'clock in the morning start. It finishes about 11:30, so it's 3.5 hours. I thought I'll come in my car. It's, you know, it was less than an hour drive. If I come by, is it bus, train and bus? It might be an hour and a half, an hour 40 minutes. I don't know. I've just done 7 days work as well on the buses, so I'm off on my long weekend. It just happened to be I'm off, and I had to do this course today in November, whereas the next time I can do the course is end of December, which is like, what, 5-6 weeks away. I can't believe it. So it's all about, you know, being able to make the course. And if I'm working, guess what? If I'm working, I can't make the course. So it's quite frustrating. A lot of people who might do Monday to Friday work might find it hard to be on this course because obviously you're working, you know. So you've got to try and plan ahead as well, in terms of trying to get on this course. You know, I think you've got maybe a certain time to do this course. So yeah, anyway, speed limits on the motorways. Yeah, I've realised that the smart cameras, you know, are variable. It's not 70 mile an hour. You can't just go down the motorway thinking it's 70 mile an hour always, in terms of, even if it says 50, 60, you're thinking, what, get flashed? No. I mean, I knew going up and down the A1 for the last few years that, yeah, there are variable speed cameras. I've always stuck to the 40 or the 50. So why did I come down the M1? I was cruise control, you know, 72, it was 70. I thought as long as I don't go over 10%, I'm all right. Never had a problem. For 14 years, that's right, 14 years. 14 years. I've not had any points on my licence. And by doing this course, I'm actually not going to get any points as well, because they're going to, as it says here, they're going to contact the police and no further action will be taken against you for your offence, which is obviously I was speeding in a variable speed camera area. And that was around, don't know if it's junction 29 or 30. Sheffield going down past Rotherham towards, going down towards Leicester. So, doesn't matter what time of day it is, doesn't matter if there's no traffic. If you see a sign that says 60 or 50 or 40 on the motorway, you just got to adhere to it, you got to obey it. Because what I've made a note on as well is people were, example, I was doing 72 miles an hour in a 60. Somebody was doing 47 miles an hour in a 40. And somebody was doing 68 in a 60. This is on the motorway, just to let you know. And I'm keep reminding you that it's motorway, not the normal roads. So somebody was doing 47 in a 40, 68 in a 60. Someone was doing 62 in a 60. 62 in a 60. 62 in a 60, that's a little bit tight, isn't it? He was only 2 miles an hour over and he got a ticket. Yes, that's what he got, yeah. In fact, I've been told you could even get done doing 61 in a 60 or 51 in a 50 or whatever. So these new smart cameras can give you a ticket and 3 points for going 1 mile an hour. Just 1 mile an hour over the limit. That's a bit crazy, isn't it? Anyway, I thought this is, an idea. I don't know if this technology must exist, but I think car manufacturers, should be putting technology on the cars. Yes, there is technology at the moment about, if you go over your lanes and stuff and it brakes, but what I mean is actually have technology available where when something like on an overhead gantry sign above says 60 mile an hour on a 70 motorway, whatever, if it's 40, 50, 60, the car or the vehicle that you're driving should automatically adjust to that speed. Otherwise, you're going to get £89. Well, it's not a fine. I think it's £100 fine that you can get if you don't do a course, and 3 points on your license. This course was £89, which if that's in dollars, it works out, I don't know, is it $110, $120? You know, if you're watching over in the States, or if you're, you know, just convert pounds into your actual currency. Anyway, so I made a note of that. Someone else was doing 72 in a 60 like me, actually, so there's quite a few people doing all these different speeds, but 61 in a 60, that's a bit harsh, isn't it? That is harsh. So I've worked out anyway. Let me see, what else have we got here? Yes, from the date of the offence, it came through a few days after. So I was ready for it. I knew the letter was coming, but some people here didn't know they were speeding, and they obviously got the letter. But you've got to act on the letter within 14 days. And yeah, the alleged offence was exceeding a variable speed limit automatic camera device from South Yorkshire Police. From the police, yeah, they're committed to road safety and participants in the National Driver Offending Refraining Scheme. Blah blah blah. Endorse. It's to improve the education of the drivers who have committed a minor infringement of road traffic law. This is the preferred alternative to a prosecution, as a conviction in the magistrates' courts for this offence may carry a maximum penalty of £1,000 and 3 to 6 penalty points. So obviously option 1 is the educational course, which is what I've just done now. Just about everyone does that, really. Come on, you must be stupid if you want to get 3 points and pay more money. You know what I mean? It says it'll last 2 hours to 5.5 hours, depending on what course. Right? And I remember there's different courses. I just done one course here. Lasts about 3.5 hours long. So yeah, and I think there's one in the morning and there might be one in the afternoon. Just, you know, if you do get done for speeding, check it out, you know. Now you can actually view the course online. Basically, if you do get the letter through, there's all the information is on there. It's basically all here, all this, you know, I'm reading. Let me see. So option 2 is a conditional affair, which is fixed penalty notice, paying £100, submitting your driving licence to get 3 points, which obviously is not going to happen to me. It says as long as you don't have more than 8 penalty points. Because if you have 3 or more than 8, you can have 12 and you get banned. If you get 12 points, you get banned. You lose your licence. But if you don't take option 1 or option 2, it says option 3 commences automatically if you don't obviously contact, you know, reply back to this letter. And it says here that you have a right to contest your case at court. Obviously, you've got to think, if you're going to go to court, costs are going to go up. Is it really worth it? I honestly recommend doing this course. It was really good. Said there's going to be a place near where you live somewhere. Don't travel 3.5 hours like this lady did. This elderly lady travelled 3.5 hours. Wow, that's what it takes for me to go from London up to Yorkshire. Dear me. Now, what if you came late to the course? 5, 10 or 15 minutes late? They're going to turn you away. I know, seriously, that's how serious it is. Oh, man. So, I think I've covered quite a few bits. This is just another random video. Didn't think I'd be filming this. I just wanted to... The reason I'm doing this video is because I don't want you to be in the same situation as me, where you not only pay £89, but it's taking time out of your day off, or if you can get a day off, to actually attend this course. But it was a good course, don't get me wrong. But you've got to understand, these smart, intelligent cameras are here to stay, and they're going to get more and more and more of them. And the UK maybe is, I don't know if it's one of the probably most cameras in the world at the moment, I don't know. Or most cameras per person or whatever, I don't know. So it is crazy. Anyway, the course was really good. What else? I just thought I'd cover these costs here. Just a rough thing of, if there's 70 people a day doing this course, right, that's £89, isn't it? Times 70 people. That's £6,230 in one day. But you got to understand, you got to hire the place, you know, the hotel room, pay the staff as well. So I understand. But I've worked out, if that's £6,230 in one day, times that, multiply it by 42 different centres in the UK. That's £261,660 a day. That's a lot, isn't it, when you think about it? I times this by 365 days in a year. Now, obviously, they're probably not going to do it 7 days a week. It's probably 5 days a week, I'm guessing. But anyway, I've just done it by 365 days, and it's come to £95,505,900. Let's call it £96 million. £96 million a year for one course. That's how much money's coming in from us, the public, who have been very naughty speeding. So anyway, if you have £96 million, times it by 4, because there's 4 different courses, as you know, £384 million coming in. Now, obviously, let's take off the fact that it's maybe 5 days a week. So maybe it's going to be 200, say it's 300 million, I don't know, 250 to 300 million pound coming in from you and me, you know. It's a lot of money coming in there. Where's all that money going? Obviously, I worked out you've got to pay the trainers if there's 2 trainers, you know, on each course. Obviously, I don't know what they would be on if they're on 30, 40,000 pound a year. I don't know. But remember, you've got, say, example, you've got 84 trainers over 42 centres. You know, and then you've got 4 different kinds of courses. That is quite a lot. You've got about, what, 18, 25, 30. You've got what, 300, over 300 staff there. So it runs into tens of millions of pounds, you know. So obviously this money that we give goes towards paying them and paying for this hotel, as you know, and all that. But obviously there must be some more money as well left over, yeah? You know what I mean? The Treasury, the government. Do you know about this, eh? Yes. Tell me about it. So anyway, I think I've covered everything there. Where's all this money going? I'd like to know. Please let me know in the comments section. My £89, was it well spent? Well, I had no choice in the matter. I mean, I had to pay it. I had to pay it. Me. I had no choice. I don't want points on my licence. I'm a bus driver, you know. So actually my job is more important to me. Or actually, no, sorry, my car driving licence is more important to me. Because if I was done for speeding, you know, say example, you do something stupid. If you go over 100 mile an hour, it's an instant ban. If I did that, for example, I would lose my driving licence. To be honest, I'm not going to use my car for a year or two because I've got no car. And then obviously, but down in London, I don't use my car as much as I did up in Yorkshire. You know, because public transport in London is very good. You know, towards central London, buses, underground, the tube, the overground, the Docklands Light Railway, the train. It's very good actually, and there's trams as well. I think in some parts. So yes. Pardon me. So, you don't want to lose your job. You don't want to get points on your licence. Not only if you get points on your licence, the insurance goes up as well. And I don't want to pay more on car insurance. It's nice to have full no claims after all these years. It's nice to be an older person, actually, because, you know, my insurance is a lot cheaper. You know, I remember when I was 18, 19, and I had my first car was a Citroen 2CV. Yeah, it was, you know, the yellow one on the James Bond film from the 1980s. Yeah, that funny looking car where Roger Moore didn't want to get in the car, remember? And then someone shot at him and then he quickly got in the car and there was that French actress driving away. That Citroen 2CV was my first car and I paid £900 insurance for the first year. I was 18. It was a lot of money, I remember. You know? But, yeah. It's good to be a lot older and not have to pay as much insurance. But if you get 3 points on your licence, the insurance will be going up. 6 points, whatever. It goes, it skyrockets, goes up into the sky. Do you know what I mean? It goes up. Anyway, sorry, this should have been, I thought, a 6-7 minute video. It's turned into, what, 25 minutes, maybe more, I don't know. So anyway, just to reiterate, when you see a speed, like a speed gantry sign, just obey it. Trust me, things are going to get harder. And you don't want things to spiral out of control just from having that, you know, speeding ticket. You have to pay out, it's unexpected cost. Oh, I can't afford it this month, I've got bills to pay. Oh, it's unexpected. Well, that's the whole thing. We've got to obey the speed limit. That's why it's there. It's there for our safety. It was also covering the fact that if say, you know, a lane is closed on the motorway, don't just think because it's empty, oh, I'm going to go down there. No, it's closed because maybe a mile down the road someone's had an accident or there's debris on the road. You don't know what is there. It's there for your safety. So the whole point of this course was safety. And I'm really glad I attended it. I've taken a lot from this course. Yeah, we can argue, oh, is it a cash cow? You know, where's all the money going, this and that. Look, there's no point trying to fight the system. Just don't fight the system. Obey the speed limit. Simple. And just be aware where you're driving. I do think one day automation will set in. I think that in a way can be a good thing, because if cars drive by themselves, then you don't have to worry about speeding. therefore you won't get a speeding ticket, a fine, and you won't have points on your licence. That's pretty good, isn't it, if you think about it? I mean, I do enjoy driving. I do love driving. But say I had to do a 3.5-hour journey up to Yorkshire, sometimes it can be a bit daunting. Imagine if a car drove by itself. I could maybe just program the car and it would drive by itself and I could fall asleep and wake up. That would be pretty cool, wouldn't it? You know what I mean? So yeah, the way things are going, smart cameras are coming in. You know, there's more and more traffic on the road. What I found is that by driving slower on the motorway, like if you have to do 60 or 50 or 40, the traffic flows better, because if someone's speeding and people are going in and out of traffic, it can, you know, cause like I think they call it a phantom traffic jam, where everything slows to a halt and then you get going again and you're thinking, what was all that about? You know, what was all that about? And that's, you know, so there's a lot to cover on these courses. There's so much. It was really, I took more from it than I thought I would get. It was really good, actually. So this video was just off the cuff, really. Didn't plan on doing it, completely random. I just want to get this message out there for everyone. So please, you know, like this video or dislike it. Let me know in the comments what you thought of the video. Please share it. We need to really share this video, get it out. I didn't know anything about the National Motorway Awareness course whatsoever. It's pretty good, because I thought I was going to get 3 points on my licence. You know what I mean? I really did. It's really good that this option exists where I could, you know, do a course and pay 89 quid and still have no points. I'm really grateful for that, because I'll be thinking I'll be getting 3 points for the next, I don't know, is it a few years or whatever. I mean, insurance will be going up. And also, there's so many different centres that you can go to, so there's plenty of locations around the UK where you can attend this course. So really share this video. Let's get it out there. I just don't want to see people on this course, because everyone's paying 89 quid. It's going to hurt you in the pocket, yeah? It's going to hurt you in the pocket. It's going to hurt you in the pocket. And especially if you've got a family to look after and everything, it's going to hurt you pretty hard. So a big thank you to the Holiday Inn at Elstree. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel Doubledeckeranton if you haven't done already. And I'll see you all on the next video, which will most likely be a bus video. See you later. Bye-bye.